morning, everyone. Welcome to another Coffee and Contemplation brought to you by Spotlight Recovery. I'm your host, Lucas. It is April the 6th, and we've got a reflection all on taking care of our bodies today, getting into that physical health aspect of recovery. So let's get into it. So this reflection is from the Hazelden My Sober Life app. There we go. I forgot to make a note of it. My apologies. So, giving back to your body. Exercise a little each day. Get 8 hours of sleep. Eat healthy, natural foods. It's a simple plan for what your body needs to stay in balance. Action. Eating healthy foods makes your body stronger so your brain chemicals can get back into balance. Exercise releases endorphins, natural chemicals in your body that improve your mood and relax you. These natural chemicals make you feel better so you're less likely to relapse. When you eat healthy meals, drink lots of water, and get enough rest, you'll be stronger, happier, and feel more able to handle life's challenges. And thought for the day. If anything is sacred, the human body is sacred, by Walt Whitman. This reflection seems very straightforward, and it is, and so is the language that I just really appreciate. It just makes it more accessible to people. But yeah, very straightforward points and very important points. No matter what addiction you were struggling with, you have probably put your body through hell. It has probably caused you a lot of harm, not taken good care of you. I mean, substance addiction is very straightforward, right? It's basically poison. And then, sex addiction, gambling, like the behavioral addictions too. I mean, there's, your story, and those like just countless ways of which your addiction can just be so harmful to your body, right? Being just not taking care of you, what you're allowing to be done to you. Gambling, I've seen and heard of people just like sitting there at the table and slots and whatever, just like all day, loading up on drugs or alcohol, caffeine, drugs, and then just being like, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten all day, right? Still just chasing the dragon in that way. So no matter what the addiction is, almost guaranteed you've done some harm to your body. And then the longer and then the more severe, the more severe and intense that harm. So physical recovery is such an important piece of recovery overall. It's so important. In my morning reflections video, if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. There's a card for it right here somewheres, and a link will be in the description. I get the side wrong every time, so I point at both. But in there, I talk about one of my favorite lines that I've heard in recovery, which is calm the body and the mind will follow. So repeat that again for you. Calm the body and the mind will follow is such a good, important piece for us to know and realize, because so much of addiction, and then as well as recovery, the main goal, one of the main and biggest goals that I see consistently with people is just peace of mind. Peace of mind. I want to shut the noise off in my head. I want to be peaceful and quiet in my mind. I want to be content. All of these things. And funny enough, a lot of then the go-to response to that is then to try to think ourselves better. I'm going to think my way into better thinking. I'm going to think myself out of addiction. It actually rarely works like that. It's usually not that direct. I mean, if it was, we wouldn't need recovery. You wouldn't need these videos and treatment and whatever else it may be. We just can't do it. We can't just think ourselves better and just change our thinking by thinking about our thinking. It just doesn't friggin' work like that. And our brain, obviously connected to our body, and being able to calm the body physically, release physical energy is actually, I found it's a lot easier and more straightforward than trying to release something mentally, that obsessive thought, compulsion, resentment, the emotion, whatever it is. It's usually a lot easier. Like, okay, I'm anxious. Well, I'm going to go for a run now or go work out, as opposed to I'm just going to think out my anxiety or meditate away my anxiety, like whatever. And that does work, but even still there, meditation, that typically is something more physical, right? So doing something physically to then be able to change our thinking is actually so profound and so impactful. And also, us addicts are going to love to hear this. It usually has a quicker response. We want to get there. We want it now. So doing something physically to then change your thinking will probably yield you a better, quicker result. So there's one whole aspect of it. Another piece is just the general taking care of your body and getting healthier and taking better care of it. So it talks about exercise, sleeping properly, eating better, staying hydrated, drinking lots of water, like these basic things. They seem so simple, and they are, and a lot of us just don't do them, or don't do them nearly enough, or don't keep on them every single day, keeping with that consistency and that routine. These things are really important for us, for all these reasons that I've been listing and talking about, essentially. So very important for recovery. And what else? Yeah. And then it talks about it in the action piece as well that I like, that I think is also very important. This exercise releasing other brain chemicals. I'm sure you've heard about endorphins, dopamine, things like that at this point. So our body and our brain naturally produces and already has these chemicals in it that will make us feel good, feel excited, feel relaxed, feel motivated. We already have these things, but addiction is just so focused on the feel-good ones that the rest of our brain chemistry gets off balance, and then we are used to pushing so hard into getting that feel-good hit that when we get sober, and especially earlier on, a lot of things can just seem flat. They can seem really flat and baseline and all of that, and that's a hard adjustment right off the bat. For a lot of us, it's not like that forever, so please know that and keep working at it and working your program, and just essentially tough it out for this shorter period of time, because in the long run, things will balance back out. In some cases, with some folks, especially with different substance addictions, you may need some psychiatric help and support on it. That's where, things like methadone and Suboxone come in for opiate users. It's because so many synapses in your brain just automatically shut off and close, or in some cases will keep themselves closed in order to literally save your own life and stop you from overdosing. So anyway, there's a little tangent where all that stuff comes in. Fun stuff. Neuroscience is very cool. Anyway, when you are taking care of your body, you are becoming more naturally relaxed, naturally excited, energized, motivated. I love the point here that it mentions these natural chemicals make you feel better, so you're less likely to relapse. I can't stress this point enough. It is so important, and it is so true. It's just so impactful for us. I mean, relapse is such a detrimental thing, and I know it's very common. I've seen it countless times, but I really take the approach of trying to ward off relapse and just never do it. You come into recovery, that's it. Don't relapse, don't ever use again, don't ever act out again, period. That's the approach I try to take with people. So warding off relapse by this tactic is so important and crucial for you. The other thing too is that just doing these things generally, like it says, you'll make you feel better. You just generally will physically feel better. Another big part too, removing pain. Oh my gosh, how many of us have become addicted to a painkiller or a substance? Like, the pain starts and then the addiction comes after, and then the only way we know how to deal with the pain is the addiction. So take another route to remove the pain. Getting rid of pain is another huge benefit of this and can really help ward off relapse, make you happier, physically feel better in your recovery. So it's very, very important stuff. And then I like to say at the end of that there, you'll be stronger, happier, and feel more able to handle life's challenges. Just walking through daily life. I mean, if you're just, if just every day life hurts, like just basic things, getting up, dressed, moving around, like why would you not do everything you can just to take care of yourself and take care of your body, just to make life a little easier? I've got this stupid finger injury right now. I get a freak accident, like nothing, it never hurt, but I've got to keep this splint on for 6 weeks straight. And it is annoying. Let me tell you, it's annoying. I hate having it on a camera, which I got to let go in my own head, but like hand mobility is such a gift. So I am not messing around with this to take care of it, because this and what these things can do is pure magic. And I'm so grateful for it. So doing what I can to take care of and heal this, because I want that for the rest of my life. I mean, and if you're coming into recovery, you understand you need to quit your addiction and be in recovery the rest of your life and make all these changes for the rest of your life. Why would you not take care of yourself physically for the rest of your life as well? It just makes sense. And so many things in our life can be built on our physical condition and that shape we're in, the health that we have. So important and so crucial. And then if we think even longer down the road, you're then taking better care of yourself and in better health now has a very high likelihood of removing future health problems. So that's just in itself in general is a good enough justification. But then even more for addicts, then removing future health issues where we may then have to take painkillers. And then you have to go through that whole process. And can I safely do this, or do I need to only take like Advil and Tylenol and then be in a whole bunch of pain because of this health complication? Like, there's endless reasons to do this. There's endless benefits. Can't stress it enough. I hope I've driven that point home. I think I'll wrap it up with that, so I'm not going to keep feeling like I'm lecturing you. But just this last line is great. If anything is sacred, the human body is sacred. And this has all been a good reminder for me, frankly. I am totally going to go and exercise after this, especially now. But also too, just with food intake and stuff like that. Like, these are areas that I can improve for sure. So yeah, talking to myself a little bit here too. So anyway, there we go. Give back to your body. I hope you resonated with this reflection on the topic today. Please throw down in the comments what stands out for you. What did you like about it? How are you going to take care of your body today in your recovery? Would love to hear the suggestions and see the comments. They could give someone else an idea. I mean, share it. You're doing that hard work. Be proud of what you're doing. So throw it in there. We'd love to see it. Check out the description for other ways Spotlight Recovery can support you with recovery coaching videos, a podcast, blog. They're all in there. I also do recovery coaching with folks. So please reach out to me. Be happy to talk to you, and just feel free to work on some tips and help you build a routine on what are ways you can better take care of your body to get in that better health, to be a great addition or part of your recovery. Contacts in the description. Please reach out. Would love to hear from you. And then last are ways you can support the channel if you're liking these videos. YouTube stuff, subscribing, liking, and sharing is great. Get yourself some branded merch. We've got a great merch store down there, recovery clothing. Donating to the channel, becoming a member, it all really means a lot, okay? So check them all out. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this reflection today. So get out there and give back to your body today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.